one time, and he's asking me, and he goes, what do you think about all the foreign players coming into the UK? I said, look, I am one of those foreign players. And he goes, yeah, you don't count. That I became so accepted, right, that I was able to break down those barriers. And then to kind of finish that off, I couldn't believe that MLS went so long without getting a team in the Northwest. And then the timing, you know how in careers timing is sometimes it just doesn't work, or it does work. And for it to work for me, to be able to kind of finish up in Europe, to come home for that first year. And I really knew, it was after that first inaugural match, driving home with my wife and going, it would have felt weird not being a part of that. Yeah. And that really, to me, like kicked it off and showed, okay, MLS had gotten it wrong for a long time. And the Seattle soccer fan was going to show them that they were wrong for a long time.
Well, the Sounders did the right thing going out and making a splash by bringing you back here and playing and being their first goalie as they entered MLS in 2009. I got to ask you this because I know we could talk soccer all night long, but I want to get right to the change in the MLS schedule.
Yes.
They're going to shift to the worldwide schedule, and they're going to start playing games in the fall. What do you think about that?
Long overdue,
in
my opinion. So? Yeah, 100%. And I think particularly now as MLS is getting into a situation where they're starting to recognize that selling talent is crucial. And you have to be on the same transfer windows as the rest of the world. Is it a little tricky for some of the more northern cities? 100%, but there's precedent with that in Scandinavia and everything else. So, and I also think the very important thing for MLS, think of when the playoffs is. Playoffs is right in the middle of the heart of football season. Basketball started, hockey's, all that. Have your playoffs be in May and June, and they're only competing with the beginning of regular season baseball.
Good point.
I think it'll do wonders for MLS.
What should we expect with the World Cup coming to town? You're somebody that's played in this.
Yeah.
What are we going to expect here in Seattle?
I think you're going to expect a lot of energy because I think, first of all, having the U.S. have a match here is going to be huge. But then also, it's local fans are one thing, but when teams travel with fans, I mean, adopt a country and go and have fun with them the night before or 2 nights before the match, after the match. You'll have a great time.
It's a party.
Yeah.
It's a big party.
It's funny because people here in the States, I don't think they realize still just how huge World Cup is and how many people are coming to their town. You and I have discussed this before when the Super Bowl draws this many millions of viewers and it's just dwarfed by World Cup.
Well, and not only World Cup, I mean, you're looking at situations where World Cup will get 150, 200 million people, and in a league match between Real Madrid and Barcelona will get 700 million.
Yeah.
Now, we're not even talking about World Cup. I mean,
I know.
World Cup final, you're looking at, 1.5 billion, and that's only the people that are, that's not saying who's kind of sharing a TV.
Yeah.
So, it is like not even close the biggest event in the world.
Yeah.
65,000, by the way, speaking of big events. I was there the night you retired.
Yes.
I think it was roughly 65,000.
It was right around that.
Do you ever look back at that video of that moment?
Again, you talked about, a lot of the reason why we're here today is just because of the Seattle sports fan.
Yeah.
And to me, that was just an amazing moment for the soccer fans and sports fans in the Seattle area to honor me with showing up for my last league match, and we were able to win and have a great event for everybody. And I'm humbled.
Yeah, well, congratulations. The Royal Brome Award going to Kasey Keller tonight, as well as Michelle Akers, 2 soccer stars in the Northwest. We appreciate you coming on,
Pleasure,
man.
anytime.
Always great to see you.
Thank you.
All right, Kasey Keller with us. And, I don't know about you, Chris, but when Kasey was in the booth, it was awesome to listen to him, be so critical and walk that line where he wasn't just going to sit there and sell tickets. He was going to tell you the real deal of what was going on the field.
Still one of my favorite celebrations. Kasey took his whole bottle of champagne after the Sounders won one of those cups, dumped it on myself and the late great Alan Reed. I still have that suit. Still smells like champagne. Thanks for that guy right there.
All right, thanks, Kasey. All right,
one of the best, Kasey Keller. And we'll keep on the soccer beat a little bit here. I believe Leslie Gallimore is approaching the stage now. So many start. Humpy, come on in and say real high quickly. There's old Humpy. Humpy's got his life vest on. Humpy's having some fun. We love you, Humpy. Go have some fun out there tonight, Humpy. All right. All right.
You know, the mascots are hovering around here right now. And
there's a
it's something new this year. That's right.
Let's say hi to the camera. The camera's behind you. There you go. Yeah.
The voting's over.
The voting is over.
Of course I did. Of course I did.
That's right.
Hey, our Royal Brome winners, by the way, we just heard from one, Kasey Keller, Michelle Akers. What a tribute to soccer.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, we're super excited to see Michelle. She had a little travel issues. She's here somewhere, I think. I get up on stage and chat fireside with her today, so that'll be fun to chat with my friend of 40-something years, and hopefully, you know, we remember that there's people watching and we're not just...
What did she mean to soccer here in the Pacific Northwest?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, there are goats, and then there's Michelle. Legitimately, I mean, she is the greatest female player of all time, and one of the ones that kind of kick-started the game in this country. And you know, it's just really cool to see over the last decade or so her sort of get her flowers. I mean, people I think are starting to realize how important she was to the game, and to have her be from here in the Northwest is awesome.
10 goals in the 1991 World Cup, if I remember.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. And then you go back to the 96 Olympics, and I watched her play, and you knew that she was in her last years of playing, but such a leader as well on and off the field, and really kind of set the stage and set the tone for other players and stars that came after her.
100%. You know, she legitimately laid her body on the line, and people followed in behind her. I mean, she really kind of wrecked herself, I think, along the way even. I mean, this is back in the day when, you know, people didn't really have athletic trainers, and I mean, you weren't pampered like athletes are now. Not pampered in a bad way, but just cared for.
Right.
And so, you know, Michelle legitimately put her body on the line for the sport, and the sport she loved. She was a different player. She was skillful, but at the same time, probably the most physical player in the game, most difficult to mark. Her size, her prowess, her goal-scoring ability, and just her determination, as we saw in the 99 final when she legitimately had to go off the field and have an IV, and, you know, had some health issues after that, but came back. You know, she put it all out there for the game, and I think people respected what they needed to do to sort of live up to the Michelle's legacy.
Absolutely.
All three of us love sports and sports stories, and there's some great ones here tonight. Jordyn Bugg is up for Athlete of the Year. She had an incredible season, but you know, as somebody that spent a lot of time with the purple and gold, what do you make of these stories from the University of Washington?
You know what I've said when all the voting came out for this event, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm a diehard Mariner fan, and the Mariners, what a year. Seahawks win the Super Bowl again, what a run. But I'm telling you, men's and women's soccer at UW, the feel-good story around all of that, I get goosebumps thinking about it and talking about it. It'll be interesting to see who wins it tonight. Do we have a winner already?
Not yet. It's hidden in an envelope.
Yeah, if it's hidden in an envelope, that one to me, again, I've said it all along, is that this is a soccer town, and it's the reason I took the job in 1994, and it's so great to see the programs there thriving. The World Cup coming here this summer. We'll host the women's national team in April. We've got quite a few young national team stars on the roster at Reign that we're building, and in 2031, we're hopeful that Seattle's a city that's named as a host. So, yeah, soccer town.
Yeah, well, you know, the women had an inspired run into the NCAA tournament. The men I felt like we knew they were good and capable of doing big things, but blown away at the run they had to the title.
Yeah, I tell you, and on the backs of a lot of local players. And I think there were a lot of people that were surprised, except for the people that know Jamie Clark really well. That is Jamie Clark soccer. That is the way they do it. That guy, he's a delusional optimist, and he is always going to put a team on the field that's going to fight till the end. We talk about all the ties in soccer now because there's no golden goal in the regular season, and that's hurt Washington because Jamie's team used to be the kings of overtime. But if you put them on the road and you put their backs up against the wall, it was just a cool run to watch that they did that on the road. And again, just the stories around both teams and both programs was really special.
Yeah, well, it's, you listen to Leslie, and she's just got so much great history and knowledge of soccer in this area, and all the great stars that she's come across in her path. We appreciate you coming on, Leslie, and have fun tonight.
Great to see you guys. Always a fun event. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Leslie.
Gallimore. And much more to come here as we continue. And
we're moving, Paul, from soccer
we're going
to the pole vault.
man.
We're moving to the pole vault. We first met Amanda. Hannah is not here. She's actually competing. I believe she's in Arkansas right now.
Yeah, she's competing tomorrow
in the indoors. But first off, Amanda, congratulations to you. What does it mean to be here, to be nominated for Athlete of the Year?
It's insane. Yeah, I would never have thought I would ever be here growing up. So it's super cool, and I know there's so many legends in the Seattle sports community, so it's really cool to be a part of it.
How about the fact that your sister Hannah, you guys go back and forth and push each other, pick each other up as well.
Yeah.
What of the two of you? I'd like to say what has she meant to your career, but you've meant just as much to her career.
Yeah.
What is it like for you to have that kind of inspiration and that kind of drive and motivation from your sister?
I mean, I think it's so special. I think we have like a superpower that pretty much nobody else has, just to be able to like have someone who's at my level wherever I'm at, whether that was in high school or now at the NCAA level. So it's just so special to be able to like be there with her and like kind of be a part of something bigger than just myself.
You guys are both juniors now. You've pretty much won everything out there in the college ranks. I mean, in honesty, what keeps pushing you? What keeps motivating you? Because I know pole vault is not easy, and you've got to be doing it 7 days a week. What drives you every day?
I mean, I think that there's just so much intrinsic like personal growth that comes from pursuing something that's like even like beyond the awards and everything. So I think that's what keeps us going. And then also beyond just the NCAA level, like the world level, it's just that's still a new territory for us. So that's still something that we can look forward to.
Yeah, it is inspirational watching you guys compete. And was there a favorite moment for you in this past season?
I think for both the indoor and outdoor season, we won 4th as a team, the UW women's track team. So that was really special to be able to like come to the competition, the big championships, and be able to all perform as a team together.
I do have to ask, you mentioned the world, something that you're getting used to. How do you stay focused on what you need to do at the UW, but it's out there. The LA games are, 2 years away. You've got to be thinking about that as well, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely like in the mind, but I think we're just kind of taking it one step at a time. Like we can take it one season at a time. With the NCAA, it's indoor and outdoor, and then whatever happens outdoor, and then it's the next year, and then after that, we'll just be preparing for the Olympics.
Do you ever have to just push yourself away from it and take a break from the competition, or do you thrive on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm someone who thrives on like balance. Like I definitely need some time away, especially because pole vault is so like mental. That I definitely benefit a lot from taking some time off, especially like after the season was over. I took like 6 weeks off. That was really nice to be able to like kind of do things outside of my sport. I enjoy doing other sports like rock climbing. I do some other hobbies like art. Like I like to do those things as well, so it's nice to be able to do that.
And I look at you guys when you pole vault, and Chris, you probably think the same thing. You're just like, how do you do this? It's so technical, and you have to be just equally as strong. Mm-hmm. What is it that you love so much about it?
I think that there's something so cool about just like, because it's the same thing you're doing over and over, and it's like a puzzle trying to figure out how can I do it even better the next time. So that's kind of addicting. And then also being able to put it together at competitions is another thing in of itself, like beyond practice. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Amanda, it has been so much fun watching you through, and I know that you've got a bright future ahead still, but thank you for always being so kind to Kink 5, from the Prep Zone days to UW, so keep it rolling. We love it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Amanda Moll up for the Female Athlete of the Year here, and a great candidate for sure. Congratulations on all your success, and like Chris said, you're like a regular on Kink 5 Sports, so Just keep up the great work.
Thank you so
And say
much.
hi to sister for us
There
as
you
well.
go.
I will, yes.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, Amanda Moll joining us, and we're going to let her get back there, and she's got a lot of – this is just the first of a row of people waiting to talk to her, so –
And we're going to get back to soccer now. So, Amanda, thank you. We're bringing up now Christian Roldan, who's – Paul, I thought you were looking smooth tonight. We're going to ask you who you're wearing, but Christian, I mean, he rolls on here like, it's the Academy Awards. He's just looking smooth.
He's got it right, man. He's not wearing a tie. He's got this
See,
sharp
I
look.
can learn from you, too, a little
I don't
bit.
know what you're doing here. You going to church or something? All right, Christian Roldan, of course, captain of the Sounders soccer team. Congratulations on the CONCACAF win over Vancouver. There's so much to get started with you, but how are things going for you early in the season?
Yeah, it's been a good start to the season, I think, for our team. When the team does well, I do well. And so hopefully we can continue in that path. We've got a big year ahead of us in terms of soccer, a lot of soccer to be played, and hopefully I give myself the best chance to make the World Cup squad.
And you mentioned a lot of things in the future, and we'll get to those here in a sec, but tonight we're here to celebrate the past year. You were up for Male Athlete of the Year. Also, the Sounders up for Story of the Year. Put in perspective for people that may not know this, first team to capture all 5 major North American soccer trophies. I mean, that is just huge.
Yeah, it's an incredible achievement. We're a team that started, 15 years later than a lot of teams in the MLS, and to be able to do that in that short amount of time, it's incredible. And to take you back to that final, I mean, we beat the best player to ever do.
Yeah.
To ever play a sport, and so it's just an incredible achievement to do that with our team.
And some would argue one of the best environments in Seattle sports history. That match, that was
absolutely incredible. Right. The Sounders, the city of Seattle, they just do it right. They show up.
Yeah, well, and your coach does it right too. Brian Schmetzer's a guy who, through the ebbs and flows of a season, the injuries he has to deal with. What's it like having him as a leader the entire time you've been on this team?
Yeah, it's been incredible to see him evolve. He's a coach that has evolved a whole lot and has gotten more modern. Even the older he gets, it's been really fun to watch as a growing leader. Even today we're having a discussion about what Sunday looks like. I'm just proud of him, right? To be at the same club for so long, it's an incredible task, and hopefully we can win many more trophies with him here.
What I'm always amazed about is you talk about what does Sunday look like, but then in the distance there is the World Cup coming. How do you balance that?
Yeah, it's difficult. I can't lie. I've obviously thought about potentially going to a World Cup. It's a dream of mine. I was lucky enough to go to the 2022 World Cup, and it's a dream of mine to go to the 2026 World Cup. So hopefully I can make it. But in the end, if I do well with the Sounders, I give myself the best chance to go into the World Cup.
Yeah, the atmosphere here, and we talked to Kasey Keller a little bit about it earlier, about just how huge World Cup is, and to have it come to your town, and the mass amount of fans that are going to be coming through this city and this area, I think it's going to blow people away, don't you?
Yeah, I'm excited for what it does to the city, what it does to the community, what it does to future stars, right? The younger generation, and how it motivates and inspires those kids. And so, altogether, I think it's just a great year to be involved in the sport of soccer. And I hope that we gain some more followers, some more fans along the way.
You mentioned the young stars. What I think has been impressive with this Sounders FC club over the past 4 to 5 years is the amount of homegrown talent we're seeing on this franchise.
Yeah, there's different ways to win, and sometimes it's spending a whole lot of money and trying to get the best players here, and sometimes it's developing those players, giving them the liberty to make mistakes, and I think the Sounders have done right by these players. They let them grow, they put them through tough situations, and we've seen a lot of success out of doing that.
Well, you got the nice win last night in the first leg in CONCACAF against Vancouver. I saw you made that great pass in the middle. I watched Wasowski just miss it. I saw your reaction. You're like, oh! And then if you just kept watching, you'd see Rothrock come in and finish it off. What was your reaction as we wrap it up real quick? What'd you think of that?
Yeah, I told Danny after the game that I meant to play it to Paul Rothrock. and that I bypassed him on purpose. So, but in all seriousness, Paul did a great job getting there. I'm so proud of him.
Oh, it's fun to watch you, man. It's really fun to watch you, and best of luck the rest of the season. Have fun tonight as one of the nominees for Male Athlete of the Year.
Thanks so much,
And Story of the Year as well, too, Paul.
Story of the Year, of course. That's
today.
just a very difficult that we've talked about. That category is stacked this year for sure. Thanks, Christian. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, Christian Roldan is going to start making his tour.
Smooth on the field and smooth on the set.
Yeah,
Paul.
man, and smooth down the fashion style there,
Yes.
man. He's got that down. So
Well, I mean, you kind of started the trend a little bit, the no-tie trend, and ever since you went that way,
Yeah.
you've seen a lot of the youngsters start
it's just
to do
fun to have you outnumbered for once, because
Yeah.
normally I'm outnumbered
I know.
with the tie and everything. And see, I'm outnumbered again,
Yeah.
and I'm outsized because Spencer Haywood's here,
Well,
and he's got a tie on.
And he's
so-
looking good, yeah.
Hey.
very classy. Good to see you, man.
Good to see
All
you.
right.
How are you?
Oh,
Good,
man.
good.
Well, I don't know where we start with you. We'll let you hold the mic and.
Well, I mean, what do you make of the? You've been to a few of these over the years. What do you make of nights like this, and what it means to the
This
city of
night
Seattle?
is special because, Lenny is no longer with us. Slick Watts is no longer with us. Gus Williams is no longer with us. So it's exciting, but it's kind of sad in a way because, gosh, just thinking about it is. Lenny and I came up together here in Seattle. When I went to the U.S. Supreme Court, Lenny Wilkins was with me there. Sam Schulman was with me there. The city of Seattle was with me. We gave the NBA everything that it has today came through Seattle. And it's sort of a shame that we don't have our team, but as the Jamaicans would say, soon come.
Yeah. And hopefully so, and we'll get to that in a second. But
Yeah.
just more on Lenny. I think it was a day that it was a sad day for everybody.
Yeah.
Not only in Seattle, but across the globe
Well,
for what
all
he
of us
meant.
Olympians.
Yes, for the
Because he
Olympics,
was-
a coach, a player, a Hall of
Yeah.
Famer. But I think they did it right, putting a statue outside.
And he got a chance to see his statue, and I kept saying to him, you never push the ball up with your right hand. But that's just me.
always
me.
teaching them, huh?
Said, no, if you look at the statue, and I came in town for the special occasion, he had the ball in his right hand. I'm like, Lenny, we played together. What are you doing?
I love so that you picked that out, man. That you noticed that right away. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, so, you sit here and you look at the NBA and the state of the league it is today. There's some young stars coming up. But I hate to ask. I always ask former NBA stars like yourself, when do you think the Sounders will come back? But having a team back here would mean so much to the city of Seattle.
It would mean so much for the NBA
Yes.
as well because, again, everything started with early entry, the Spencer Haywood rule, Haywood versus the NBA started here. And that's why you could have all of the underclassmen, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, all of them, LeBron James, all of these players came through the Spencer Haywood rule that was brought forth through Seattle.
Yep.
So
agree.
it's just kind of weird. Plus the fact that when they retired my jersey, I never got a chance to come back and see it in the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I'm working out, trying to stay healthy so I can see the jersey
You
again.
look like you could still play a little bit on there.
Yeah, right. Looks deceiving.
I think we all look better in a suit.
My legs are not telling.
Oh, man. Well, does this feel kind of like a reunion for you tonight, Spencer, when you see a lot of the stars, celebrities, current
Yeah.
and past?
Yeah, I do. And I'm getting to know
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting to know the soccer players.
That's right.
And
It's got a World
I see
Cup
Big
in.
Jack Sigma over there. I see just different people.
Oh, you
here.
got Jeremy and Hope right over here as well, too. I mean,
Yeah.
the big stars are coming in.
Yeah, everybody's here. This is Seattle, not at its best, but Seattle is always at its best because it gave us everything. We had the Super Bowl. Hello.
Yeah, this has become a tremendous sports city, as you know, and the fact that you still have roots here, and the fact that you get to see a lot of these people that are so familiar with you, friends of yours, and I mean, we're going to let you go out there and enjoy it, and enjoy this big sports reunion.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you, Spencer
Haywood. Thank you.
Well done.
Since I live in Las Vegas, as the Elvis would say, thank you very much.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Thanks, Spencer.
From the great Spencer Haywood to John Olerud, Mariner great, joining us now. So
Hey, John.
bring him in. There's no rest here, Paul.
How
We
you
keep it
doing?
rolling. Good to see you, John.
We'll let you have the mic, John. All right. Well, I tell you, we could sit here and talk about this Mariners team. One of the great stories in recent years, for sure, but especially last year, when you watched them get as far as they did, one win away from their first ever World Series. What was it like for you to watch it?
Oh, it was super fun to watch. Went to a couple of games. I was able to bring family with me, and it was just a lot of fun. Seeing the guys play so good. Get to the seventh game, I thought we had it. I thought we were going to win it, and the Blue Jays were tough, and they got some big hits when they needed it.
Yeah. Dan Wilson, somebody obviously you know very well. Was there no doubt when he took over this team as a manager that he was going to find success?
I don't know. I mean, for me personally, I was definitely pulling for him because I just think the world of Dan. He's a great guy, quality person. But, just being a good person doesn't necessarily translate to wins. But I think the fact being a catcher, just knowing the game as well as he does, that he had a really good chance to put together a good team. But you got to have a lot of things go right for you. You got to have good players and all that kind of thing. And they got hot at the right time, the second half of September. And so it was fun to watch. I was super happy for him.
Yeah, you have to have a buy-in too, don't you? I mean, Mike McDonald had it with his Seahawks team. They won the Super Bowl championship, and they talk about it a lot in that Mariners clubhouse, the fact that everybody feels like family and they're playing for each other as well as themselves.
Yeah, no, that team chemistry is a big thing. And Dan was a part of that, when I played there. He was just great with guys, getting everybody together on the same page, and so not surprised that he's having the success that he did last year.
World Baseball Classic. Now, we've heard even Julio Rodriguez talking about it would almost mean more to win the World Baseball Classic for him. What do you make of the World Baseball Classic and possibly getting Major League Baseball players back into the Olympics?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think it's fun. I try to think of myself playing competitively before spring training. Spring training was always, you're getting used to being outside again, back on the fields, watching pitches come in. So to be ready to play competitively, it's impressive that these guys are able to, compete and play good games. But I think it's great. Anytime you have countries, competing against each other, it's just a natural rivalry, and people are passionate about playing, and so I think it makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah, it feels like the passion level does get ratcheted up for sure. I got to ask you, Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs last year, had the torpedo bat. Any opinion about the torpedo bat and how maybe you would do if you had something like that?
He would have 72.
I don't know too much about the torpedo bat. I have grabbed it, I've looked at it, but I haven't hit with it. But I think what Cal Raleigh did last year was unbelievable. I mean, as a catcher, to hit 60 home runs, that nobody gets beat up more than the catchers, and so to play as many games as he did, to be in those big games, get those big hits, and Seattle's not an easy place to hit home runs. So to hit 60 in Seattle as your home ballpark, that's super impressive.
Yeah, John Olerud, it's great to have you with us, and I know that you've seen some changes in the game. Now we got computers calling balls and strikes, so it's a little different out there right now, and I'm sure you're still enjoying this Mariners organization and the fact that baseball's is so popular still among the sports landscape. So thank you for coming on, and we always appreciate chatting with you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, John Olerud, one of the Mariner greats. Man, that's what's great about being here tonight at the Sports Star Awards, Chris. You get to see great names like that come in here. You get to sit down with them, have a little chat, and now we have
Jordyn Bugg,
another one.
Yeah, I mean, up for Athlete of the Year. Congratulations, first off, on that. How does that feel?
Feels really great. I think that since Seattle's such a big sports city, it's an honor to be seen as one of the great players. So I think that, it's really special.
And to be, not only that, but your roster, there's a lot of talent on that roster,
yes.
You know that,
yes.
and you had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
How key is that to take that forward into this season?
I think that we're just going to continue to keep building. Since we do have such great players, it's what we've been working on, so I think that we're really excited to continue to do great this season.
You feel like that Seattle has only grown as a soccer community, and the fact that the support just continues to improve, year in and year out?
Yeah, I think so. The Sounders obviously winning the Club World Cup was huge, so I think that has brought in a lot of fans for them as well. So I think that helps us too. I think soccer is such a big community that one team winning impacts another team, so I think that's been really special for us, just to get a lot more fans.
Michelle Akers
yes.
being honored tonight. When
yes.
I say that name, what comes to mind for you?
Great player, U.S. women's national team legend, and I just met her. I just saw her like 5 minutes ago. I've met her before, but it's crazy seeing her in person, knowing what she has achieved for the U.S., so she's a super special player.
Yeah.
When you get a chance to do that, meet a Michelle Akers type,
mm-hmm.
and all the other athletes that have come before you and kind of set the table for more success,
mm-hmm.
what's it like for you as a young player?
Just super special. I'm honored to be able to have these opportunities to meet them, and I think that we can only learn from them. I grew up watching all of them, so I think that it's kind of surreal to see them in person. So I think that I'm just super grateful for the opportunities.
Yeah.
You scored a lot of goals last year. I know that because I was anchoring a lot of the weekend shows, Paul, and I just remember saying the name Jordyn Bugg a lot. What was the key? Obviously you're going to be nice and say I was set up by my teammates, but you were a goal scorer. And you had some awesome goals too.
I just shot the ball and hoped it went in. Being a defender, you take shots when you can. So I think that was kind of my mindset. So a few of them happened to go in. So
when you got in there, you knocked them in. You hit some from long range too.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on, and congratulations on your nomination tonight.
Thank you
and
so
have
much.
fun with it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jordyn Bugg joining us, and
she does it all, Paul. Defense, offense, scores, and she'll be on the bright stage tonight up for Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, Chris, I tell you, this room is filling up, and it's fun to kind of gauge the excitement around here and see people. I noticed, though, that people are looking at us, Chris, and they're going, are you going to finish up? We'd like to have your guest next and your guest next.
Yeah.
We're lucky. We're right in the front here. We're the first table they see.
We set the way, Paul. That's what we do on King 5 Plus. We set the way.
That's it, man. So we've had some great guests on here tonight, and it's been a lot of fun. So are we out of time already? Oh, we're just going to go to a break?
No, we're just going to keep talking. And so that was the.
Are you interrupting our conversation?
That was the universal sign for stretch, Paul. Is what we were getting there.
No, she doesn't. This is stretch, Chris.
Yeah.
Not this. This is like, shut up, Paul. We're going to break.
She's young. She's learning some of these signs. That is going to break. Sports Star Women's Athletes of the Year: Gabby Williams, Caroline Penner from Seattle U, Amanda and Hannah Moll. We talked with Amanda already. Emily Lundgren, she's a swimmer from Washington State University. Yvonne Ejim, basketball player for Gonzaga, and Jordyn Bugg from Rain FC. The men's is going to be interesting, Paul. Up for the men's award, Brian Wu, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Christian Roldan, who we just spoke with, Nathan Green, long distance runner for the UW, and Richie Amon.
You got it right. You got it right.
Midfielder for the University of Washington.
And listen, I'm glad you wrote those down, because that's for the female and the male athletes. But as we've kind of alluded to throughout the evening, tonight, the best category, I think the most competitive category, and maybe the one that people are more familiar with, is the Sports Story of the Year category, Chris. And I'll let you take us through it.
Well,
so many
Seattle Torrent taking the ice. What they've done, the crowds that they're getting, has been absolutely amazing. They had 6 players from that Torrent team that were at the Milan Olympics, 4 of them on Team USA. The Sounders, the first team to capture all 5 major North American soccer trophies. And then, the big 3. Nothing against the Sounders and the Torrent, but you've got the University of Washington soccer teams. The men's team, unseeded, wins their first national championship of all time. The women's team, Mia Hammett passes away from cancer. They rally around Mia. They get into the Elite 8. You've got the Seahawks, obviously, their Super Bowl run, and then the Mariners in their postseason run with Cal Raleigh leading the charge. Incredible stuff.
Seriously, when you look at that list of Sports Stories of the Year, I don't know if the Sports Star of the Year awards will ever have a group that strong when it comes to sports stories. I hope they do, because Seattle's become this tremendous sports town, and it will get even bigger and better when they get the NBA back here in a couple of years, which I think we all know is probably the worst kept secret. I'm sure we'll hear more from Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, this summer when they make that announcement that the NBA Board of Governors decided that they're going to expand to 2 more teams, Vegas and Seattle, and we're going to see the Sonics come back here. So, again, how much fun will it be to be in sports? I don't know if I'll be around here, Chris.
You're going to be here, Paul.
But, man, to be involved in sports in this town with those great teams and these great stories, it has been a heck of a ride.
And then you're going to see the rise of some of the younger teams. You're going to see a Kraken team that's going to get things figured out. You're going to see them making some postseason runs, going for Stanley Cup trophies. I think the Reign are just getting started with it. So what the Sounders have shown us is every season they're going to be competitive. So it's going to be some fun times ahead for sure.
I think it's a great. It speaks to how these organizations are run. We talked with Christian Roldan earlier, the captain of the Sounders, and the fact that Brian Schmetzer, their longtime head coach, was here from the start as an assistant with the great late Ziggy Schmid. And, having that kind of organization behind you is tremendous for the players. It gives them an opportunity to win, sets them up for success. And we've seen that with this Sounders team. Again, they're off and running in CONCACAF with the win last night against Vancouver in the round of 16. They've got another leg with them next week. That will be in Seattle. So fun to see all the fans come out and pack Lumen Field. And I go ahead. It looks like your pen's up and you want to say something.
No, that's my universal sign for. That's my universal sign for.
That's what Chris says.
Well,
Chris doesn't just say, "Paul, shut up." He raises his pen.
It's a nice, quiet gesture.
That's my
Paul.
job to
it's
shut up.
Well, what I wanted to make a minute is we mentioned the sports story, the male athlete, the female athlete. We've already had Kasey Keller here. We've heard a lot of people talk about Michelle Akers. They're winning tonight the Royal Brome Sports Legend of the Year awards. We've got the Keith Jackson Media Excellence Award. Tony Ventrella will be getting that. And the Paul Allen Humanitarian Award. Mike and Kathy Holmgren will be here tonight to accept that award.
They're stepping up
Paul,
right now.
How about the transition right there? I just mentioned the Paul Allen Humanitarian Award, and Kathy Holmgren just comes out of nowhere, and here comes Mike.
Hi, Kathy. You go ahead and sit, because you're.
It's like the Mike Holmgren show all over again, Paul. Here we go again.
Come on over here. The happy couple, the winners of the Paul Allen Humanitarian Award tonight. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's great to see you both.
Thank you.
I don't know about you, Coach, but that's great to see Kathy.
And Paul, I'm
glad she came with me.
I'm gonna start with Kathy. Medical Teams International, Circlewood, the list goes on and on. You have given so much back, not only here in the Pacific Northwest, but across 3 different continents. What does it mean to accept this award tonight and to win this award, the Paul Allen Humanitarian?
Well, when I was growing up, you weren't supposed to take vows for anything, especially for giving, but it does feel very special to be honored for something that we feel is very important, is a big part of our lives. So it's nice.
No, it's they're combining the sports with other things, and that's a good thing. And I learned that. She taught me that. And you guys know me. You're so diving in full bore to your job. It's nice to be someone that keeps you straight and about caring about the important things. And so it's been a nice way to go. And now that when I'm retired, we've done more things.
And I think what Kathy said it best is also just doing things without hoping for anything back in return, and that's what the Holmgrens have done so much.
Yeah, and honestly, you guys are, I hate to use the term power couple, but behind the scenes, you really have been a power couple. You've done so much, and Mike, you're always first to be sure to mention the charitable work that Kathy does and has done for years. And I've always thought that you guys have had each other's back and been a tremendous support for each other.
Well, I think, and people should know that. I mean, being a coach's wife sometimes is very difficult. You work crazy hours, and we've got 4 kids, and she's doing all the work at home, and then plus all the other good things she was doing. And I appreciate it. I loved her for that. And now we've been married 54 years, and we were able to do some things together, and that's really special too. But Paul, I was a knucklehead. She saved me.
Not true. We saved each other.
But it's fun to see is like Mike was always out in front of the cameras, and that was his life. You would just as much work behind the cameras. Did you kind of prefer just doing your work and going unnoticed?
No question about it.
Yeah.
I'm kicking and screaming in front of cameras, but you know what? For the team, I'll do it.
54 years. Secret. Tell everybody. What's the secret to that?
Well, I proposed actually when we were 13, so it should be 64 years. But she said no.
Are you two high school sweethearts?
Yeah, she said no.
What? Wait, I'll go right there. What was the problem back then?
It was very on again, off again. It was a summer romance that just, came and went every summer.
How's that make you feel, Coach?
Well, I've grown up a lot. I've matured, and fortunately, no, she was right. But then, she went to college in Chicago. I went to college in Los Angeles. But then she went to Africa after that, and I had my football thing. And fortunately, when she came back and I asked her again, she said yes. So that was good.
Did you happen to see the old video? Maybe with Mike, it was film of him in the talent show or dancing or performing back in the day.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah.
I was.
What was that like?
Well, my next door neighbor said, "Don't tell Mike." Or tell Mike, don't quit your day job. But actually, he loved it, and he was pretty good at it.
He's going to be on Dancing with the Stars, Paul. It's coming up
Big
soon.
Bop and the Choppers. And I was a chopper. And I was good.
And you like driving around on your choppers, right?
Yeah, no, we rode in on motorcycles. Remember Sha Na Na?
Yeah.
That was what it was
Happy
like
days.
at my high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what's sad is that Chris and I know what you're talking about, but half our audience is lost.
They had to do that to make money to pay the coaches
Yeah.
We raised
because
a lot of money there.
Yeah.
they weren't getting paid.
Well, we're going to let you go. Congratulations on the Paul Allen Humanitarian Award. You both deserve it, and it's great to see that you're recognized tonight. And thank you for coming on. I know you don't like this, Kathy, but the cameras love you, so thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.
Congrats,
Good to see you, Mike.
Congrats.
Okay.
There they are.
Pleasant than after a game when they didn't win and he had to come to the show.
Trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Paul knows. Paul knows. I think that's the man, Mike, right there that dropped a mic down your shirt once when you lost a game.
You know what? Yes, I'd forgotten that. Hey,
Great. Thanks, Mike.
Congratulations. Mike and Kathy Holmgren, winners of the Paul Allen Humanitarian Award. All right, and here they come. University of Washington in the house.
Oh my gosh! I thought we were going to have one guest. We had four. This is awesome.
Why don't we, Paul, have them go around, say their name, say the position they play, all that good stuff for everybody. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Anna Menti. I'm a junior and I'm a center back.
Center back, okay.
Hi, I'm Jordyn Holden-Reed. I'm a center mid and I'm a junior. Hi, I'm Alex Buck. I'm a sophomore and I'm a forward.
Hi, I'm Tanner Igems. I'm also a sophomore and a goalkeeper.
Okay, there they are, the University of Washington. It's up for Story of the Year, the women's and
one of
men's
the great
team,
ones.
Paul.
Absolutely. Whoever wants to discuss it, and all of you can do it as well, but take us through this inspirational season and the great run that you guys had. How was it?
It was amazing. We started out ranked 9th, projected to place 9th in the Big Ten, and we kind of just overcame all that, all the voices, all the negative voices, and just kind of overcame, and we ended up winning the Big Ten regular season, and then on to win the Big Ten tournament as well, and then finally making it to the Elite Eight in the NCAA tournament. So it was a really special season.
It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch the inspiration that you had as well. Can you take us through that part of it, the inspiration of Mia, and that she'll always be there for you?
Yeah, we carried Mia with us from the start of the season all the way to the end, and we will continue to carry her with us all throughout our lives and our soccer careers as well. It was really special to have her and also Husky Nation and just all of Seattle coming behind us to support us in a really, really tough time, but we knew Mia was with us the whole time, so it made it easier for us to push through with all the support from the fans and Mia's family and just basically everybody everybody from Seattle in general. So, yeah.
Sweet 16. Who'd you beat in the Sweet 16 again? I'm trying to recall.
We beat Virginia.
Did you make a big save in that one? She did, didn't you? PKs?
Yeah, one PK save at the beginning, and then the rest of them put it away.
They came through, right?
Yeah,
What's
they did.
that like? Sweet 16, game on the line, and it's PKs.
I love penalties. Like, they'll all tell you the same thing. I love penalty kicks. Really, the pressure is on the shooter because they're expected to make it. So, just a chance to come up big. And when you make a save, just getting everyone hyped. I think we definitely had the momentum going into it. I don't think anyone here would think we're losing PKs going into penalties.
And a lot of you guys are coming back, right?
Yeah.
Sure, all of you guys are coming back. Okay, how excited is that for the next season then?
Oh, we're so excited. Like this winter, we just finished up and now we're heading into spring. So we've just really been working on like getting the group of girls who are here like on board, getting our freshmen who are coming in soon on board, and just like getting ready for this new season. But yeah, we have a lot of returners.
Okay. How does it feel to be up for the award tonight for one of the best sports stories of the year in Seattle?
It's such an honor. I mean, going back to what Anna said, like this year was so emotional and monumental for the program, but I think monumental for us as players just because we played for something so much bigger. So I think being recognized for that is one thing, but being recognized for Mia is another.
Well, congratulations on such a great season. And it was so fun for us to watch it too. So we appreciate that. Give us some more great highlights next year and another great story.
And Paul, we're going to go from the UW soccer stars to probably one of the greatest women's soccer players of all time. Michelle Akers is going to join us now. So pretty cool transition there.
Oh, very polished, man. You know, sometimes you get college kids up here and it takes them a little bit to get comfortable, and all four of them are very comfortable on camera. And here's a woman who's always comfortable on camera. Hi. Michelle Akers, great to have you.
We just had the young soccer stars from the UW to the greatest of all time now.
Man.
It is awesome to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Michelle.
Good to see you.
All right, well, congratulations today. You get the Royal Brome Award as part of a legacy award, and what does that mean for you?
Well, I mean, it's always an honor, the Seattle Sports Commission. I've been coming to this ever since we, I think, won our first World Cup in '91. I saw a picture of me with Dave Henderson, right? So
you scored 10 goals in that World Cup. You should have won every award that year. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't think that's ever been done before.
So just being here, this is like tradition. There's so many amazing people here, and to receive this award, this legacy award with Kasey. Besides it making me feel old, it's an honor, and it's emotional. I think I keep bringing that up because I grew up here. I love Seattle. Seattle and this community set me up to pursue my dreams, and so to receive this honor here, especially this year, World Cup year for the men, it's really special.
You've been in this area for so long. I know it's a reunion for a lot of the people here tonight. They get to see each other and lots of hugs, lots of handshakes, but do you ever get back to Shorecrest was there a period of time where they would just say, come back and talk to the team, come back and just be a presence?
No, but I want to.
No, it's interesting because it was a different era back then.
It is,
yes.
And the school is, everyone says, like my class of '84, everybody says that the school has changed, it's so built up, you wouldn't even recognize it, but I'm always, Shorecrest Scots, woohoo!
Yeah, do you ever pop in there and check out, does the trophy case have any pictures of you?
I need to.
Yeah?
I think there's a few in there,
I mean,
Paul.
listen, I know you go back to your high school all the time, Chris. You're always tired of seeing you.
Well,
it's Egan again. Take him right to the trophy. He knows where it is. That's right.
I do have to ask you, Michelle, so we're talking about, I mean, you were playing here, and this was not a soccer city. It has definitely become, thanks to people like yourself, thanks to Kasey Keller, who will also be honored with you tonight. Just how humbled and honored are you? I mean, this is a city now that's going to be hosting a World Cup. It has a women's professional team, a men's professional team. I mean, this has become a soccer hotbed.
It is. I mean, I was lucky enough to grow up with the Seattle Sounders NASL days.
Oh, yeah.
As those guys were my guys. Dave Gillett, number 17, and love Dave Gillett. But I watched all of them. I tried to do the things that they did on the field, and so they were my role models. And they gave back to the community and spent so much time in the community with coaches, business-wise, building. The Seattle Sounders are still involved, and now look how far we've come. And then the women's game, 8 players for the first U.S. women's national team came from here, which is like, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so a bunch of them are here tonight. So this is the part I love, is like the history that we have. Everyone still keeps coming back, and we're still building and sharing all of this and celebrating each other in the game. And USA is going to be playing here in a few months.
I just love the fact you brought up the NASL days, because Alan Hinton's out there right now patting you on the back, wants to give you a big hug just for saying that. The Seattle Sounders of the old NASL days. Listen, congratulations on the win tonight and taking home the Royal Brom Award, and we appreciate you coming on.
Thanks.
Man,
great to be here.
I tell you what, I see Michelle Akers like, we saw her in the early '90s playing soccer, and here she is next.
She would still take the ball past you, Paul.
No, absolutely.
It would be that easy.
Yeah. Listen, I think any average Joe could do that right now.
And we had Spencer Haywood on early. He looked like he could still play. Jack Sikma looks like he could still get out there.
Yeah, look at Jack, man. He's just classy, looking good.
Yeah, well, you need glasses.
We're getting older, Jack. We're getting older.
I mean, that's right. Listen, Jack, first of all, it's great to have you on. And what's it like for you? Because I know we talked to a lot of the athletes here, some of the older athletes that come in here, and they get to see this. This is kind of like a reunion, isn't it?
Yeah, you see a bunch of people, and it's kind of annually you get together and catch up with those who are able to make it. And depending on the year, there's some people that haven't been here for 5 or 6 years, and you run into them. So, yeah, it's a good time and fun time. And my God, what a year Seattle sports has had. So it's a pretty exciting night.
Yeah, for sure.
And you mentioned it's a good time to catch up. It's also a time to reflect a little bit, Jack. And we've lost a couple great Sonics, Slick Watts and Lenny Wilkins. Just kind of what those two meant to you and to the city of Seattle and the NBA.
Well, again, both of them were very committed and involved in Seattle. They're committed to and involved in Seattle their whole life, and they did so many good things. They're both sweetheart people, good people. Easy to put them out in front of your kids or the community as something to emulate. So very, very proud to have known them both. Lenny had a great impact on my career. He drafted me, brought me to Seattle, had confidence in me, gave me confidence. Slick has always been a good friend. The post-basketball, what he's done in the community. We lost a few of the Sonics in the past few years. So it makes you sit back and reflect. But, they both lived good and righteous lives, and I hope I can do the same.
Yeah. Well, I know people love to see you. I know I get questions about Jack Sikma here and there, and I didn't see you play because I wasn't in this town, I wasn't in this area. But all I have is highlights of you, Jack. And when you look at the basketball landscape right now, I got to ask you about the NBA All-Star Game. It seems like every year they keep swinging and missing. And what do you have an opinion about where the NBA is in this? I want to specifically ask you about the All-Star Game. Has it seen its time, or is there a way to revive it?
I don't know the answer to that, and they've got some smart people in the office trying to figure out how to do that. Here's the difference. When I was making All-Star games, you won $2,000 if your team won, and $1,000 if you lost. And we were all making $80,000 to $100,000 a year. It meant something to us. That was a bonus, right? Well, there's no way you can't do that. Do that again, duplicate that. So, and to tell you the truth, owners are that's their asset. You got to figure out a way. You hate to have someone get hurt in those situations. Right. You saw in baseball and All-Star games. Now the World Baseball thing is. I mean, that's the last thing you want. I don't want to see Cal Raleigh or Julio or somebody go down playing this. Yeah. But it's not an easy answer. I don't think it's. I think it's a talking point.
Yeah.
I think the recognition of being selected for the All-Star game in and of itself is that. I think the three-point contest and all the other things besides the game is fun and safe. So I'm not going to get hung up on whether the All-Star game is, legitimate.
Yeah. But it's great to hear from a former NBA All-Star, legend that you are, just to get your take on it, because a lot of the young guys out there have a bunch of opinions about it. You've seen it from many more years, so it's interesting to get your take on what you think of it, and those are all good points.
Well, some people like the WWE.
Yeah,
I mean it's basically it's
choreographed, Jack. But they're athletes.
Jack, an easier question. I was looking at my phone
I appreciate the easier
I was
ones.
looking for my phone for my fourth grade picture at Mrs. Size class. We had the Jack Sikma life-size poster. Any chance we'll get another life-size poster out there for him?
Not of me now.
Not of you now.
But
okay.
I have to tell you a great story. Paul Westphal, who was a teammate of mine, who we lost to brain tumor. It was like a year and a half after we both went into the Hall of Fame together. I got a text from his wife, and she says, I finally am going through Paul's office, and there was this cylinder with some photos in it. And I thought I was always photos of Paul, and Paul had 5 growth charts, the life-size posters of it. She asked, do you want it? And I said, yes, because I don't have any of them left. And I got grandkids coming, and I got all that kind of stuff. So she sent them to me. So I'm glad you brought that up.
One of my favorite posters of all time.
Yeah.
One of my best.
All right, Jack, we appreciate you coming on. Thanks for sharing some thoughts with us, and enjoy your evening tonight.
Well, thank you. I just want to say I saw a lot of you guys for about a 2-week period there with the Seahawks and the Olympics and all that. You guys were all on. You did a great job, and it was an exciting time.
Thanks a lot, Jack. We appreciate that.
Great Jack Sikma. All right, from basketball to baseball, Kasey Sadler, Paul, last time I saw him, he was wearing a Mariners hat. Now he's got a cowboy hat on. He's looking
right?
So, look at this guy.
I don't know which one I prefer more.
I mean,
to be honest with you,
I like it.
right?
You head out to Maple Valley, they change you into a cowboy out there.
I grew up in Oklahoma, so
Okay.
this was like me to the core. I'll be honest with you, professional baseball changes you a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of got to like...
Well, nowadays, man, they show everybody entering the building. So
it's kind of a thing now, right? Especially in the football community. You got like who's wearing what.
That's right.
Okay,
basketball.
We got to get into it right away because Casey's going to get it, and you've got a lot to talk about too. But let's just be honest here. Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, is this just getting blown out of proportion beyond
100%.
Yeah.
Right. Like, here's what people don't understand is that is like playoff baseball atmosphere in March, right? And as a competitor, as much as you want to like be buddy and all this kind of stuff, like you have a job to do and you have an obligation to your team to stay locked in and focused. I know there was a situation with the Australian catcher, I can't remember his name, same thing. And he was like, hey man, it's just a competitive thing, nothing against you. Like, and that's what it is. And I think people see that. And I also think that there's this desire to kind of drum up some controversy.
Sure, yeah.
With
social media nowadays.
Oh my God, all over the place.
Yeah, you can't escape it.
Listen, I know both of those guys. I've played with both those guys. I played with Randy in Tampa, and I've obviously played with Cal and stuff. There is no beef whatsoever between. I mean, it is what it is.
Mariner
like,
fans,
at least from my
all is
perspective.
fine, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you would know. Because you've been on the field with those guys. You know the competitive nature.
Yeah.
I personally didn't have any problem at all. I knew exactly what he was doing. I mean,
absolutely.
It's our country against your country. We're pals, but not right now. It's a competitive stage.
Right.
Hey, what do you think about this automatic balls and strikes, man?
To be quite honest with you, because of the shoulder surgery, I had some experience with it in AAA right there towards the end. I actually liked the challenge system. When we went full ABS in AAA, it was very difficult because there was always this question of like, how accurate is it, all this kind of things. And for a guy that grew up in the old system where it was umpire was the end-all be-all, it kind of gave you a little bit of a power to be like, nah, I think you missed that one, right? I love the challenge system. It's gonna, not only is it gonna make the players like better at knowing the strike zone, at knowing what pitches they can hit, all that kind of stuff. But to be quite honest with you, I think it's going to make the umpires better too, because they don't want to be the guys that get challenged all the time. You know, because they're the ones that will get blasted. They're the ones that, you know, until somebody challenges a ball right down the middle with no reason to do so.
That's great perspective.
And real quickly, tell us what you're up to as well too. You're trying to help the future stars, aren't you?
Yeah. So post playing, I really didn't kind of know what I was going to do. Right? You spend your entire life playing this game, and my wife, the saint that she is, one day
he's bragging you up, by the way.
Right?
He's bragging you up over here.
Kind of poked her head out of our bedroom and said, "Hey, you've got a pitching lesson at Ravensdale Park at 5 o'clock. Get some baseballs and go." And I showed up. I was a high school kid in the Maple Valley area, and I came home and I was like, "This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to pour into the next generation of kids." And so less than a year later, we bought a facility in Black Diamond, set up home base athletics, and we're just over a year in now and have about, on any given month, anywhere between 150 and 250 kids that come through the door, whether it be through team rentals or one-on-one individual lessons, group lessons. We've got a lady that does softball lessons out of there that she plays professionally in Seattle. And we're bringing on another guy that is going to do some of our younger kids. But like, looking at youth sports and looking at the trajectory of youth sports and where it's going, there is a huge need for fundamental baseball, right? They see all the, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with social media when it's used appropriately, when it's, you know, all that kind of stuff. But like, you see these organizations and these kids losing out on the fun, losing out on the development, losing out on the culture of what a baseball team should look like because they want to go win all these tournaments and they want to be known, all this kind of stuff. I mean, we didn't have to deal with that growing up. You know, you were on a competitive team and you went and you wanted to win tournaments, but like, you showed up for your teammates. You showed up for the guys that were in there grinding it out with you, and you win and loss. You win and lose as a group, right? You see it more and more now where like the team will lose and some kid will go 3 for 4 and it's like, oh, I did so well. Well, yeah, but you got beat 10-1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's really kind of the core focus of ours, is centered around community, centered around giving opportunities to kids that wouldn't typically have them. Like the way we have our business structure is we have a sliding scale and you pay based off of your income level, and we even have a number of kids that we sponsor and just come in for free. Like they're like, hey, like my kid wants to come and wants to play baseball, but and I don't ever want a kid to not have the ability to find out if it's something that they love.
Sure. Good for you.
I think that's great. That's home base athletics in Black Diamond, and we're seeing a rise in all the baseball training facilities, and not just baseball, but other sports, like Kasey Sadler said. So best of luck with that, Kasey, and I think it's great. That's out in Black Diamond, home base athletics, if you want to check it out. Hey, we're doing a commercial right now for Kasey Sadler.
Why not?
Yeah, there you go.
We should probably bring in your wife to, you know.
Yeah, you guys, honestly, you guys should come out and check it out.
Hey, that's really cool, man. I think
see it.
That's, like you said, it's trending upward.
Good
to see you.
Great service to the community, man.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
I only wish you would have pitched with the cowboy hat on back in the day. I mean, that would have been style. Yeah, it looks good.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at the Seattle Convention Center. We've had a slew of stars come up here and grab the mic, and it's been a fun visit. And, you know, Chris, closing comments is you're going to stick around, I know.
I'll be here. I'll be presenting the, hopefully I get that out a little smoother tonight on stage, the Keith Jackson Excellence in Media Award. That will be going to Tony Ventrella.
Yep.
His son Peter is here tonight, so that's going to be a special award to hand out tonight. And we'll see, Paul. I don't know. I mean, this is going to be, how do you not give a Super Bowl champion the sports story of the year? But then we hear from these UW soccer players and what they battled through. You talk about that Mariners run. I mean, there's a lot. The rise of the Seattle Torrent, what the Sounders did. It's going to be interesting tonight.
No, you're right. It's like kind of Super Bowl champions and then everybody else, but it's all of those other stories are equally as exciting and was fun to watch. We're fun to watch throughout the whole season. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Chris Egan, I'm Paul Silvi. Thank you for joining us here on King 5 Plus. Enjoy the rest of your evening.